Hi, welcome. My name is Matt.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we're here today as Wellness Genie. Now, we also have a sister brand, CBD Genie, which is on YouTube, so you can look that up. And under CBD Genie, we've been exploring CBD. So we had Andy on the show talking about his CBD journey. And in the last video, we started Andy on a program to see how certain supplements and CBD helped him with his arthritis.
Yeah, indeed. So if you refer back to the previous videos, you understand a little bit about Andy being a sort of guitarist, and obviously that's why it was particularly challenging dealing with the arthritis. So the idea was that we'd have a look at different supplement approaches to try and see if we could find out what works best, because as we know, trying to find the right supplements is a bit of a trial and error basis to try and figure out whether it works for you. So we started off with, if I remember correctly, Andy, we started off with some of the combination of really well-known ones. So we started off with a turmeric supplement and omega-3, and we ran that for a month. Then we looked at CBD oil, taking the CBD oil, did that for a month. And then finally we looked at two other supplements, which was the Boswellia and MSM. And so, we were trying to just really, this is a roundup then, as I say, okay, out of those three different things, did any of them have any effect? If so, what do you find work, and what were your sort of conclusions from it?
Okay, well, thanks for that. Yes, it's interesting, actually. I would say there's nothing absolutely conclusive, in my opinion, but it's quite easy to actually break it down, because I think I have quite severe arthritis in my hands, and I have had arthritis in my knees for quite a long time. I would say for everything that I have taken, nothing has helped alleviate or stop the hurting, and I can't move my hands. I'd say none of those have helped at all. Whether or not it would make it better if I took them for longer, I don't know. But I would say I can't notice any difference. The difference is with the knees, and I've noticed that when out of everything I've taken, whether it's the first set of supplements, second set of supplements, or indeed the CBD oil, I found that maybe the ease of mobility, getting out of bed, walking, just general every day, the CBD oil, in the month I took it, I could noticeably see a difference. Right. I'm not saying to carry it on, but in that month I took that, I had no flare-ups at all, and I was absolutely fine. It still hurts. I'm still walking, by the way, if anyone's concerned. So my knees, I could actually feel a little bit different, and I think you really notice it when you get out of bed. You think, oh, Christ, that's a lot easier. So I would say it's probably in the last week and a half of the CBD oil, I really believed that I thought, this is working. And then obviously we stopped that, went on to the supplements. Now, both set of supplements, whether it's the turmeric or the MSM, it doesn't really matter. I couldn't see any difference. I would say that I didn't notice any visible difference from my knees or my hands. The point to make, I think, that's important is when I stopped the CBD oil, when I stopped it, after a week or so, I noticed it was hurting again. Yeah. And before I took the CBD and I was taking the supplements, I didn't notice any difference. Now, whether that means you've got to take them for longer, I don't know. But I would say that if someone at this moment in time was to ask me to take something, I would say I'd buy a whole load of CBD oil and try it out for 6 months.
Give it a longer.
And because I think whether it's in the mind or not, I don't know.
But often those things, isn't it? It's because these things can be quite gradual. It's only when you stop doing something that you go, oh crikey, actually it was working. I didn't necessarily realise.
Yes,
but that's the point of it becomes very apparent.
I think we should explain that we're not agents for CBD, but we both Jonathan and I very much believe that CBD is very effective for a lot of issues that people have. We've definitely had benefits from it. You specifically with sleep issues. I mean, it's been transformative for you. I feel that if I'm on it for a period of time, I do feel better. But so we're interested in it, but we're not selling CBD, and we're not sort of directing you to any particular brand. But in principle, we've always felt CBD is good, and I think it's really interesting that the other supplements have had no real effect, but you do believe the CBD is helping.
Well, yeah, I would say for that 1 month, and I know people that do take supplements and they swear it works. So each body's different. I think you have to start. You have to. So I just think, for me to give absolute, I say everything's inconclusive, because at that 1 month I felt better. I don't know why, I might have eaten more bananas or done something that I've not controlled.
You can't
had a controlled
isolate
environment.
it down to a single thing, can you?
But I actually think if I took CBD for 3 months, and this is what I was hoping, that my knees sort of stayed like relatively mobile, and then I could feel a bit of difference in my hands. That's when I really know. Now, the knees, if I start taking it again, which I think I will, and it gets better again, I'll think, yes, that's a tick in the box. If after 3 months I can now feel my hands feeling better, especially with winter coming on, I would swear by it. But that's
clearly the next job, isn't it? Is to have you on CBD for a solid.
But just focus on that
and have nothing else.
And see how that.
But I think that just ties into that idea that you have to have that bit of an experimental mindset with it. You've got to try stuff. If it works, great. If it doesn't, okay, move on to the next thing. It is your own personal voyage of discovery, isn't
Absolutely.
it? That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with natural health. What we're looking at putting together is the idea that natural health is natural, so it's different from one person to the next.
Yes.
It's not like you get a pharmaceutical drug and it's the same dosage for everybody, which is odd. But some things work and some things don't. You have to find that balance for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd always say that it's never in isolation. Not that I've done it personally yet, but make sure you keep exercising, eat relatively healthily, don't drink too much. Just moderate stuff and because I think that's the one.
Absolutely.
Because I know for a fact that if you've had a heavy weekend, let's put it, that on the Monday and the Tuesday, the knees are a bit sore, and you think, I know what that is.
Yes, full well what's the consequence of these.
So you think that the knees are worse because you've drunk the alcohol? Is it because it's aggravated your arthritis, or because you were crawling around on your knees?
Yeah, it could be a bit both, to be fair.
Completely hammered.
Yeah, exactly. I was crawling away from the wife and a broomstick. I didn't say that's not going to be on live, is it? No, but I think you're right, actually, because there's certain things that. A lot of people, if they drink too much alcohol, you do ache generally, and I think it's probably just part of the whole thing. But I really am an absolute believer that if you try and moderate stuff and take the CBD, which to be honest with you, I did not change my lifestyle. I think I agreed that last time. I just took it and didn't change anything. So I was doing what I normally do, eating what I normally did, and I thought I noticed a difference. I would say, for my personal journey, next 3 months, don't change anything, but take it. See what happens. If there's a bit of improvement, do 3 months or whatever of, going to change my diet, I'm going to exercise more, I'm going to do this, cut out sweets and sugar, and then see what happens. And I think you get a program, and I'm sure my wife won't mind me mentioning the fact that she packed out virtually all refined sugar, and it's revolutionised her lifestyle. Yes. So there's all those sort of things.
It is. I don't think, like you say, you can point to one thing and that be the solve all, is it?
It doesn't.
You've got to get all these things working together. You've got to get your body in good shape so it can actually really benefit from the things that you're putting in there.
That's exactly right.
So fantastic. Well, I'm glad you've sort of found something that you can actually now positively work with.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, you get
find
to
a way
point,
forward.
because CBD again is quite a big market there. Lots of different products, lots of ways of taking it, different brands, different dosages, different types of CBD.
Of course,
If you've identified CBD as a potential aid to arthritis, then now you can start digging in and driving through which ones are the most effective for you.
Yeah,
which again is interesting.
And the one they gave me last time, the CBD Brothers, I think it was, and I had it, and it actually tasted quite nice as well. So that was a bonus. And I found it very difficult to get into the routine, but every night under the tongue, let it dissolve, and I just did that for a month, absolutely didn't miss one. And I know, personally, there was some.
So the question is, who in the group here has actually tried CBD? Do you take it regularly? Do you try it every now and again? Tell us what you think and your experience with it.
Yeah. Meantime, thanks very much for
Pleasure,
dropping by
it.
again, Andy, and hope things continue to improve for you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate your help. Thank you.
All right. Till next time. Cheerio.
Bye for now.